TheEZGZ here. You ain't gonna believe this. It's almost to the point of being embarrassing. The Baja, the engine, the frosting, the icing of the carburetor. I tried putting a stock muffler on it. I tried all kinds of stuff, and to no avail. It did not seem to run right, and I think I'm finally catching on to what's happening here. I got that baby out on the highway with that stock muffler on. It wouldn't even hardly go 60 miles an hour, and that was with a level ground or hill. Of course, now remember, I'm a mile high, so altitude does affect you, but I'm almost positive that thing's got a cam in it, and if you've got a camshaft in a 1600, you're not going to run that center mount carburetor and get good results. Probably, and I'm only saying this, probably by putting that 30 picked one, which is a smaller carburetor, it created enough vacuum that it actually did work, but it was just killing it, and the icing problem wasn't helping. So I must confess, I had my old 1776 sitting on that bench, and I hate this motor. I love it and I hate it. Here's the deal. This thing, I built it a couple decades ago, and I threw everything in it that the magazines talked about and the Genberg magazines talked about, and this thing has been in everything I've ever owned at least once, so I guess it's getting rotated through the Baja. It just refuses to die. One of the reasons it kept me back from putting this engine in was the fact that I didn't know where I was going to end up mounting the oil filter, and I didn't want to run it without an oil filter. That's probably why it's lasted all this long. It's been on so many sand cars and dirt cars, it's unreal. The front tires are now bigger than standard, so that was probably like 60. I don't even know if you guys saw that on the camera, but you know, it has more pickup than the other engine did, and you'd figure that it should, because if that is a 1600 or whatever the hell it is, this one feels stronger and it pulls lower. It has a better power curve. And yeah, I guess I'll probably have to leave it in for a while. I was going for the simplicity and the center mount. See, look at that. Third gear, not even downshifting. And this thing, I mean, heck, you can just... There's third gear with tall tires. Oh man, look at the lake. Woohoo! All the leaves are just about done. I don't care. I like it. This is one of my little test routes, and Lord knows I'm always doing or changing something and need to test it. The in-car noise, you know, I thought maybe, I've always had this in sand rails and the dune buggy that had solid mount trannies, and I thought, well great, I finally got something with rubber mounted engine and transmission and it'll be quiet. It's not. I can still hear the cam whining, those straight cut gears. Do a quick pan. A little bit of junk in the air, but see what this does to the old camera here. Drive it crazy. Do the pan. Purple Mountain Majesties. You can definitely see how they came up with those words. Looks like a little smog laying down there to the east. Got some weather changes coming up. Good time to, anytime I put something in, I kind of keep an eye on it for pretty close for a while. Make sure I didn't forget something stupid like a valve cover gasket sucked in or leaking. And I got to get something on this, a hose on this vent here It's a pretty good puff, but it's not spraying oil all over the car like that 1600 did. And let's see, there's my, I got a, well, you can see it's just over 20 pounds. And I just got the gauge. It was a dashboard gauge. And I just put it into a T-fitting and left the original, and the wire came off. That's not real cool. That's why we stopped and checked this stuff. Well, anyhow, nothing seems to be touching. All the hoses are clear. That's working out pretty good. You know, it is close to the exhaust, but it's, a lot of guys put those aftermarket ones that are down low, and they just, you can hit them on rocks, plus you got that hot air blowing right out of there, right on the filter. There should be some turbulence back there. Better than not having anything at all, right? With these tall tires and this Freeway Flyer tranny, you know, here I am at, and there's a speedometer here. I'm probably going faster. Let's see, if the tires are bigger, that means what? I'm going faster than I would normally be. I'm about 1.5 inches taller than stock. I think I'm 26.5 or something like that. And I'm figuring about a 10% error. I should get on one of the websites. Discount Tire has one of those tire calculators, and it'll tell you how it changes it. Alright, we're in third gear, and we'll just go down to nothing, and I'm not going to downshift. I don't have the throttle mashed, but you know, it doesn't buck and jump. It just does what you ask it to do. It's the right combination. When I built this motor, I threw in a standard diaphragm pressure plate and a stock disc, and I took it out for the first drive, and I hit it in second gear and the clutch slipped. I put it in third gear and hit it and the clutch slipped. That wasn't without, you know, I wasn't trying to do it. I had to go home. It made some power, and over the years, I think I've only got, I think I checked it a few years ago, and I had like, 105, 110 pounds per cylinder. And when this engine, when I originally built it, I went by the Berg book, and I made it at like 6.9. There's 100 thousandths Berg machine spacer under each cylinder, and I think I did some of the head work that it talked about in hot rod and Volkswagen engines. They showed you where to grind, and I think I CC'd the heads. I don't know. I don't remember what I ended up with. That's too many years ago. But I don't think it has a 3-angle valve job. I didn't have the means to doing that. Now I'm going to put it in fourth gear. I couldn't run in fourth gear, and I'm right in that trough, in that bad spot. It feels real good on the gas pedal. It just, you can run it this low. I don't know what it is. So you're saying, okay, fine, you got this little engine, why don't you just be satisfied and leave that one in there, run that one? And I guess I will. Hell, I've got my money's worth out of this little engine 10 times. I don't know, I'm just partial to it. It leaks oil. That's one of the things I don't like about it. I can't get the flywheel off. I made it an 8-dowel crank myself and struggled like hell to get, that was a nightmare. And it's got the original oil seal on the flywheel, and I believe it does leak a little bit. We'll get up here on the highway. I'll probably edit all this out. I probably won't even post it. It's like, who gives a darn, you know? this isn't fair because we're going downhill, but said, "Oh no, Volkswagen, I don't want to get him in front of me." But we're doing 75. I don't have it to the floor, and I'm barely hitting 3 grand. So I'm on the sweet spot of the cam, and with that other engine, whatever it was that came in it, hell, I couldn't even get 60 miles an hour on this little hill. I got throttle left, and I'm leaving that guy in the dust behind me, keeping up with traffic. I'm probably doing, I don't know, with the speedometer here, I'm probably doing 80. Let's bring it up, touch 80. Well, now I got the pedal to the metal. That's all she's got, and I'm at 3,000 RPM. So that gives you an idea just how tall these gears are. Uh-oh, everybody's slowing down. Except the Baja. Well, that's right, I ain't got no brakes. Yep, we're back home, the sun's going down. I got a messy garage, and one more day off this weekend, so hopefully we'll get a good test drive in tomorrow and get up there and do something fun and post it up. But for now, that's what I've been working on, and the never-ending Baja project. And it's research and development. Plus, I'm going through a lot of parts that I have had for years, and a lot of ideas that I wanted to try and work out before I got rid of stuff. And here I got this project of a car that somebody else had and learned a lot of stuff on it and experiment with different things. But I appreciate you coming back and watching my videos, and thanks for watching, thanks for subbing, and have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. TheEZGZ out.